One of America's great heroes is taking on a new role as a local hero. Matias Ferreira is a Marine veteran and one of the nation's first double amputees to become a fully active cop. He graduated from the police academy and joined the Suffolk County Police Department on Friday after excelling in a rigorous 29-week training program. Joining me right now is Marine veteran Matias Ferreira. Officer Ferreira, it is wonderful to have you on the program.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for joining us. What courage, what hard work. You were wounded during your service in Afghanistan in 2011. Can you talk to us about it?
Yes, I was a machine gunner attached to 1st Battalion, 8th Marines, 2nd Marine Division out of Camp Lejeune, North Carolina. And on my first tour to OEF, which is operating Enduring Freedom, we were doing a night raid into a compound where we were told that Taliban forces might have been there looking for any type of IED-making material. When we went inside of the compound, we were told that the building was clear and that we can go ahead and proceed with the mission. Having my team set up on the rooftop, we were just hanging out, waiting to get the rest of the word. And I just jumped off the roof, going to get the rest of the equipment, and I landed on a 30-pound IED. And with that, I lost both my legs below the knees and suffered any other injuries. And I was lucky alive to have my guys get me out of there quickly and possible to begin emergency surgery. And I ended up at Walter Reed Army Medical Center beginning my rehabilitation and, you know, getting a second chance at life.
Oh, my God. That is an incredible story. Thank God you're with us today and you can talk to us about it. In terms of the surgery and what took place next, how long did it take and how was it for you?
So the rehabilitation process took about a year to get from walking to jogging to running stages.
You're amazing.
Yeah, it was a really good experience at Walter Reed Medical Center with the technology going on and the doctors and all the staff there. They work very hard and tedious to get us up and walking and going as fast as we can to just continue to live our lives back to the normal.
What made you want to become a police officer?
So ever since I was a young kid, I always wanted to be in the military, and also anything that would have a second backup would be the police department. And just moving into Long Island recently with my wife and my daughter, you know, just interacting with the law enforcement in the county and my wife's cousin being a police officer, I just kind of said, okay, maybe this is my second shot. This is my second opportunity to continue to follow my dreams. And anytime that I would interact with a Suffolk County police officer, it was always a professional courtesy, and, you know, watching those guys work and girls work, it was just, it was awesome. So I just thought that, you know, like I said, I could go back to doing that as my backup.
That's incredible. I'm sure the entire police academy has been motivated by your presence, and I want to ask you about that. But most people, most of our viewers, really don't understand what it's like to be in the call of duty that you were. Can you tell us a little about your experience, what we should know as regular American citizens about what goes on the ground in the fight?
Well, it's definitely a tough experience because, you know, going in at a very young age, you just have to learn so many different things. The military teaches you these characteristics, which is honor, courage, and commitment. You know, honor and courage to serve your country, and the commitment that you do by leaving your family and going and constantly deploying and coming back and not knowing what the next, you know, step is. And then the transition into the police department, that was, you know, a very good experience for me. Everybody's been so very, you know, supportive. My classmates, I can't talk so highly of them. They were able to motivate me as hopefully I was able to motivate them. And we just continue to go through these 29 weeks thinking, okay, we can do this, we got this. And the staff was just nothing but great things. And, you know, I don't think that I would have been so successful in the academy if it wasn't for them.
Do you feel the love and support from the rest of the country and you and your colleagues on the ground?
Absolutely. You know, I've been looking through my social media the past couple of days, and it's just, you know, an abundance of great joy of people wanting to continue to give back and, you know, just blessing the men and women in uniform, giving back to the community. And
what did you find in terms of getting yourself back into the workforce once you came home?
It was difficult at first. I didn't know if I was going to continue to do my job or do my passion, which was, you know, give back and work with the people, work with society and the community, and also spread the message that life without limbs is limitless. You know, a lot of people are injured in the line of duty. A lot of people are born with disabilities, and it shouldn't be fair that those people don't think that they can succeed in life. You know, everybody talks about normal. I'm not sure exactly what is normal. I like the word typical. You know, we're used to a typical person, but there is no definition of normal. So if you have a dream, I would say that, you know, you need to work at it, and eventually you will succeed.
Thank you also to your family. Most people, we say thank you to the actual officer and the person on the ground, but we know that the support and it's so strong when you have that background and that backing of your family. So thank you to your wife and your family as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, tell me about life after and after the tour.
So after the tour, after rehabilitation, I began to run in different races throughout the country.
Wow.
And I think that's what kind of inspired me, that I was going to be able to get back up and going like I used to. And before you know it, I was joining all sorts of veteran groups, scuba diving with SUDS, and you know, running on different teams, and skydiving, playing on the Wounded Warrior Amputee softball team, where essentially I met my wife. You know, just getting to meet law enforcement personnel and military, ambulance crews, EMTs, firefighters all throughout the nation, and they were very supportive, you know, so I don't think that I can, I don't think I could have been as positive without them.
Matias, thank you so much. Thank you for your service. Thanks for being here today.
Thanks so much for having me.
We so appreciate it. Matias Ferreira, we'll be right back.